Hello, and thank you for clicking on this video. So I wanted to ask you, who and or what do you trust? So I imagine that for most people, the first thing that comes to mind would be, like someone like in your family or your friends, um, maybe someone who helped raised you, maybe grandparents, parents, your spouse, um, someone close to you. I think most people will first think someone close to you, or maybe you're a person who says I don't trust anyone or anything. Okay. um, but just kind of when I say who or and or what do you trust, um, what's comes to mind, just pops up there. Um, Now, I want to ask you this question because there's probably people and things you trust, but you're not even really aware of it. Okay, so I want to bring this to your attention. So, and what I mean by that is like, um, do you trust some sort of news media organization, or you trust you trust your teachers and professors when you were getting your education. um, Maybe it's a pastor, um, maybe it's like something like you trust that when you go to the grocery store there's going to be food there. Um, you trust when you go to the bank you can get money out. You even trust that having money you'll be able to exchange it for things that you want and need. Do you trust that the world's economy is not going to collapse? Do you trust that do you trust our government? Like, do you trust politicians? Or certain politicians, or do you trust certain organizations? Do you trust a religion? Maybe. Do you trust? Um, you know, I think you see where I'm kind of going with this. I mean, you can. I mean, there's a lot of things that we really rely on, so we put our trust in, that we really don't, like, we're really not aware of it. Um, we just kind of do it. Okay, we just kind of do it. Um, so, but what it comes down to is, do you put your trust in people? Okay. Um, Now, this is a thing. I mean, there's definitely people. Because people is what it comes down to. The politicians, the government is people make it happen. Organizations, people make it happen. News, media, books like self-help books, so like people make it happen. So you're ultimately putting your trust in people, no matter what it is. Banks, money. You're putting your trust that people will accept currency like money. Um, so you're putting your trust in all the IT guys, all the technology companies, that you'll be able to use your cell phone and all that. But it comes down to the people. Okay, it comes down to the people. It always does. Um, and I'm not saying that there aren't people with integrity, that do put others first. Of course there are. Okay, but nobody, like, everybody makes mistakes. Okay, and sometimes for some people they're trustworthy until it's tested. Meaning, are they self-sacrificing for others for their integrity? You know, when it really, really, really comes down to it, are they going to harm themselves or people they care about in their lives for you? Now, some will. Okay, I'm not so I'm not saying well, don't rely on some people, okay? But at the same time, keep in mind that you can't put your full trust in people, because at some point you're going to get let down, you're going to get backstabbed, you're going to be lied to, you're going to be deceived, because that's what we do. We're all evil here, okay? We're all evil. We've all sinned. And sin is just going against God, which means being a lack of love, basically. Being in darkness at some point, coming out, acting from a place of anger, from ego, from hate, from selfishness. All that is sin, and it's sin. Like, I have to do a video probably on that, but really, it's literally just going against God, and it's not like, breaking rules. Like, it's not just like God is life, and when you go against God, you are death. You are death. So there is no in between, and so it's not like God's telling you to do, to be love just because He's ordering you to. He's doing it because without being love, you're death. You're dead. You're suffering. You're all that stuff. That's, I guess, kind of a side note. I need to do a video on that. But we've all sinned. My point is, we're all equal. We're all evil. We've all sinned. None of us is perfect. Okay? And so what I'm trying to say is, first of all, be aware of who and what you put your trust in. And second of all, realize that they can let you down. Okay? They can let you down. And so my point to all this is, that's why we should put our full trust in God. Okay? Because when you put your trust in people, and when you're let down in whatever way, it's painful. If you, like I kind of talked about, building off the foundation of truth, and that doesn't shake. But when you put your trust in people, and when that's broken, that all comes crumbling down. Okay, causes issues, not just emotionally and mentally, but maybe like in your life or financially, other things outside of yourself too. And that's why you should really put God first, because He will never let you down. He's the Almighty. He loves you infinitely. If you exist, He loves you. So don't question that. Okay? He is only going to do what's best for you. He's known all this from the beginning, okay, before you were even born here, okay? So put your trust in Him. Now, again, you can rely on people and stuff like that for things and all that. I don't want to say, just like lose your faith in humanity, because God dwells in all of us, okay? God dwells in us. And when you be love and so that part of us, when we have God, when we follow love, when we be love, that is God. Okay? So you trust in Him, and we have God's light shown. Like, God uses us. That's what I'm trying to say. So even the good things that happen, that people do, okay? And I don't want to take credit away from the people, but God uses those people because they're willing to be used by God for light, for love. Okay? So it all comes back to trusting God, no matter how He works through people or creation. Okay? So that's why you should always trust in God, because He will never let you down. People can let you down. Even the ones you trust most. No one's perfect. Okay? And I'm not even saying like they intentionally will let you down. They probably maybe are trying to not let you down, but we make mistakes. Okay? We make mistakes. And so put your trust in God, because he uses people who are willing and want to be used or want to be loved. Okay? That for the improbable things that can happen. Okay? And that's kind of part of what I've mentioned before, like walking this walk and your relationship with God. It's really magical what happens, okay? Because it's the improbable. And I kind of mentioned, I think, on yesterday's video about miracles. Like, it's not like it's specifically for you, so you know it is the Lord, okay? It's not for others, because they're on their own journey and God speaks to them in the way that they need to be spoken to, and how he knows how to get to them. And people choose to listen or not, okay? Because we have free will. So, but getting back to trust, like everybody puts their trust in something or someone. And even if it's something, really what it boils down to is it's always people in some way. People you may have never seen, you're putting your trust in. People you don't know, maybe celebrities that give a persona, or social media people, maybe YouTube, okay? YouTube people, social media people. Like, you really don't know these people, okay? Unless you know them closely, personally, you really don't know these people. And it's kind of amazing how we put our trust in an illusion, because everybody's doing a persona, okay, on the outside. It's like, what is it on the inside? Because that's who they really are. So what I'm trying to show you here is to, first of all, be aware where you put your trust. Like, really aware. Don't just say, oh, I don't trust anybody. Because you're trusting somebody, somewhere. And what I'm asking you to do is don't trust people, because we're not perfect. We make mistakes, no matter what our intentions. Some people intentionally deceive. But I'm talking about even the people who don't try to mess up, but they mess up, okay? So don't put all your trust in people. Put your main trust, all your trust really, in God. Because God uses people. It all comes from God, okay? And so, don't just kind of, like, really think about this. Really think about this, okay? Because, again, it took me a long time to really see, like, what and really who am I trusting, okay? Who am I basing my whole reality off of? Like, my decisions, my, the way I see things. And again, that's why you need God, because he will show you. He is truth, okay? That's why he is the rock, the foundation, the cornerstone. Our Lord is not going to let you down, okay? Like, God doesn't create you and say, because he knows everything, he's not going to create you knowing, well, he doesn't know what's in store for him, but I'm going to let him down. Like, God doesn't do that. It's not love, and God is love, okay? So, again, really, I want you to be aware of where your trust is, and really also, you need to really put your trust in God, because that never shakes, okay? It will save you pain. It will save you turmoil. It will save you trials and tribulations. It will save you a whole bunch of BS, okay? So, please, put below in the comments, like, maybe something that popped in your head during this video that you really weren't aware of, but you do put your trust in. And then, or, maybe put down why or how you've learned to put your trust in God, like, your walk, your experiences. Any thoughts or questions as well, please put it in the comments. And if you like the video, please thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Ring-a-ding-a-ling that bell for notifications to let you know when I upload videos. And as always, stay strong and God bless.